What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for more Desert Island Survival. Okay, not so deserted island survival. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we play a little bit more Wayward. We are busy running from dog-sized rats, and hopefully in today's episode, I'd like to find some stone around. It just mirrors it. Feel like it's getting darker out here. You see a giant rat. His eyes are glowing too. That's no good for us. Oh, there's another one right there. Oh my god, there's so many over here. Now, this is a good thing, 'cause this... Oh, shit on me. Yeah, I don't want to fight that rat right now. Apparently, I punched him with my fist. You failed to cause any damage, but your tactics went up. The giant rat hit you for 3. We got better at parrying. With a shovel. With a shovel, we have become mightier at parrying. That's right, away with you, enemies. Away with you. Let me open my equipment menu here. We'll get this locked in. It seems like the animals are a little bit less aggressive with my experience with the game. I don't know if there's been patches or anything like that to address that, but when I played the game last time, animals were all up in your business like all the time trying to fight you and kill you. Whereas now, they don't seem like they're quite so... Yeah, what time is it right now? I need to make a sundial. It's a little bit dangerous walking through the forest like that because you could come around a corner and anything could be there. And this is very much like a classic roguelike where it's very easy to die on accident. I'm going to pick that up right there. We got a large rock. Okay, that'll be nice to have. And then I don't see any, like, we really have kind of a deficit for stone at the moment, which has got me really heavily concerned. Ooh, we got fruit on this tree. Yeah, I'll take some red berries, sure. Apparently I've gotten better at lumberjacking. We need to make a fire, and we need to come up with a shelter. The music just changed on us, which leads me to believe that it is officially nighttime, and things are a lot meaner at night. They tend to be a bit more ornery. We do not have any kindling, so let's go ahead and make some kindling. There it is. We don't have any tinder, so let's make some of that too. And there's our fire. We felt ourselves becoming more agile, and that's actually really, really good because I think agility plays into your parry score, and I think it plays into your attack score in one way or another too. So we have a campfire right now. My suggestion would be to stoke the flames with some of the twigs that we have, because twigs are not really like a useful thing to have around. My next suggestion, so looking at the fire is raging. That's exactly what I want the fire to be doing. That sounds good. I would also like to eat these berries. Hydration's a little bit low, but that's okay. I can live with that. I would like to sleep, like full-on, lights-out sleep if I can. And that's why you got to be careful about sleeping. Oh, our fire spread. You see that right there? We almost burned to death. It appears you have slept for about 3 hours, and then a giant rat tried to murder us in our sleep. We must look tasty. Well, we may have to stand our ground with this little bastard. We may not have a choice. The reason I don't want to fight him is because he can make me bleed. And if he makes me bleed, it's very, very possible to bleed to death in this game. So you got to watch out for it. Just, there's a lot of things that can go wrong in this game that they can go wrong very, very quickly, too. I want to make a sharp rock. And now that I got the sharp rock, I need that. I'm going to turn that into a pole. Now that I've turned it into a pole, I would like to make myself... We can make a stone hammer, which is used for repairing our items. Or we can make a stone axe, which would make chopping down trees a little bit easier. We can also make wooden tongs, which are useful for picking up things that are in, like, acid or in fire without injuring ourselves. We can make a tourniquet, which is pretty fantastic, and so that'll allow us to get rid of the flow of blood if we really, really need to. That requires 2 strings and a pole. I would normally keep at least 1 to 2 tourniquets in reserve, just in case something goes wrong and you end up bleeding for longer than you want to. But for right now, we need to have an axe, and so I'm going to put the axe in my main hand slot. We'll take that out of there, and then we're going to try... I'm gonna hope, anyways, that rat doesn't mess with me too much. It looks like he's still on us, like he's still on the hunt, I think. But we should be able to juke him. Especially if we can get back... Oh, Christ. Well, that's not good. Well, let's just not participate in these shenanigans, then. I would just rather not be... Oh, God, they're everywhere. What is that? A giant rat. Okay, I hope that's his blood, but he hit me, so I don't know. We might try fighting one of them. Give me that and give me the axe in my offhand. And let's see how this goes. I'm tired of being run off. So we hit him for 2. We hit him for 3. We actually 2-shotted him. Very, very nice. And so what we could do now is if we actually have a surface or we have a carving tool, I'm going to eat that, by the way, to help out with health and some of our other little main attributes. I don't think I have any. Can I carve this right now? Or am I not capable? Yeah, I can carve. And so carving this is actually going to give us a bunch of good stuff. We got ourselves some awful animal fat, leather hide, bones. We can make pemmican. We can make all kinds of good stuff right here. I think you can cook the tainted meat. Basically because it came from a rat, it's assumed to be not good for you, which is also an assumption that I would make in real life. I'm like, well, if you got to eat a rat, you got to eat a rat, but I would avoid it, you know what I mean? I mean, you got to eat a rat, you got to eat a rat, but eating scavengers like raccoons, rats, opossums, generally not advised. You can do it, just cook it well. I mean, it's probably not going to taste too good either. Ooh. Well, I mean, we're not doing too badly. Your armor appears to be vulnerable. Oh, yeah, it's because he uses piercing damage. We killed the spider, too! Man, we're like a gangster right now. We don't need to run from anything anymore. We're like the hero of the story. I would like to carve him. So we have carved the spider, and we have now picked up a dead spider. You might be asking why I picked up the dead spider. We can make a spider on a stick, in case you were wondering. And then we also got some spider silk off the spider's corpse. It's dangerous at night. I don't know if you've noticed that, but nighttime can be a bit precarious for you and yours. So, you know, just watch out. Bad things can happen to you at night in this game. Oh, we got charcoal out of the bottom of our... Oh, so that's pretty cool. That'll be helpful. Okay. I would say let's chop down some trees. I'm not going to use my spear for that, though. What I'm trying to get right now... What is that? Oh, a bone pole. We can make a bone pole. Okay. Cool. That'll be nice. I think our axe is actually pretty good. Yeah, our axe had, like, tons of durability. Like, 18 of it, so that'll work out for now. Picking up a little weight here and there. My suggestion would be that we fully chop down a tree real fast. And we're actively encumbered right now, which, as you can see, that is going to negatively... Well, it makes us move a lot slower. Like, I actually have to press the walk key a lot more once we're encumbered. But what I'd like to do is make myself a storage chest. And so I'm going to make a wooden chest real fast. There it is. And then to deploy the wooden chest out of the logs that we just gathered, I'm going to take that, I'm going to say build it right there. And now we have an actual thing to carry some of our stuff in, so that we don't have to worry about it like clogging things up and getting in the way. With these stones, I'm going to say move all to open container. I love that feature. I love that feature so much. It allows you to move things around so much quicker than you would normally be able to. This game auto sorts. It does all kinds of little... It's just so amazing to me that there's a roguelike out there where the developer has actually like paid attention to the things that are wrong with roguelikes and does not consider those things that are wrong to be features. Because legitimately... There's nothing wrong with a self-sorting inventory, or the ability to move a dozen objects at once, or do like, you know, I like games that have the functionality of a modern game while still having the appearance of an old-school roguelike, and this game does very, very well right there. This game kind of reminds me of some of those niche games you used to get on the Super Nintendo in a lot of ways. We have no stone. A lack of stone is really going to make our life difficult here. And I'm trying to decide how I want to remedy that, but until we find some place to start quarrying, we are gonna have troubles. We're gonna have real troubles. I don't know how to fix this. I mean, we could sleep till morning, which is what I would say. I did it again. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. Alright, so we pick that up right there. We'll sort that. Sort them by name, I suppose. You can also sort things by usage, I think. Oh, grouping. Grouping is sorting them by usage, though. And so you've got materials you can make stuff out of. I'm gonna sleep till morning if I can manage it. Shitty. We got another rat. Let me equip this. He's gonna get a free hit. You feel yourself getting stronger from being gnawed on by a rat. I one-shotted him. So we hit him for 3 damage and then for 4 damage, but blunt damage appeared to be ineffective versus the rat, so things to keep in mind. I'm gonna carve his ass up for more pemmican supplies. And then how long did I sleep for? I'm actually not sure how I make my I didn't see how long I slept for. I'm not sure how I make my thing expand over here. A fire should keep them away from us. So if I get tinder and I get kindling. There we go. I'm pretty sure a fire should keep them like the hell away from me. And so I'll stoke fire with the leaves. And then let's inspect the fire. The fire is raging good. And I think monsters stay away from fire in this game, if I remember correctly. So it's possible we might be able to sleep for a couple more hours. And so there it is. The offal has decayed. Our raw meat has decayed. So unfortunately, I got nothing going on anymore right there. Got a snake on that side. A lot of the meat we gathered, unfortunately, has gone bad. I think it stays in our inventory as decayed meat, but it can be used for composting. Okay. We'll then put it in there with the rest of it. We will move all of that over. I need to do something with all these sticks, but I got no cutting tools right now because I need an edge and I can't seem to get one. Let's see if maybe we can get away. Let me see if I can get away with quarrying sandstone, and let's just see what that gets us for right now. If we can get stone out of here, we got a pile of gravel. Our tool is not very effective for this, by the way. The shovel is not really made for this. So we got a sandstone. How does the sandstone help me? I can make it into a grindstone. Of course, rock used for sanding, sharpening, and repairing other items. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to need to find some gray stone. If we don't find some gray stone, this is going to be kind of a short trip for us. However, what we can use that for, I think it repairs the thing that is actively in your hand at the moment, I think. So we need to equip that. Oh, no, never mind. You select the object. You are not facing... Oh, that's right. I remember now. Now I remember. You got to drop it on the ground, and then when you're facing it, you repair it. You failed to repair it. Apparently, I'm bad at repairing. The grindstone has durability, though, so keep that in mind. You can use the grindstone, like, over the long term. It's not, like, broke the second you get done with it. Oh, my God. That did great. Resharpened. Cool. Well, let's sharpen everything we've got, then. I may actually change my priorities when I play this game from now on to get a grindstone as early as possible, because that actually seems pretty good. Sometimes it'll lower the total durability when you repair an object, but I'm feeling pretty solid about what we got going on right now. And then where is my shovel at? My shovel is right there, and the shovel's going to have a long, long life with us, I think. Let's look out. We can cross the water. Just be careful about it. Sometimes there's things out here that want to hurt you. Most things on the island honestly seem to want to hurt you, so... You can learn to swim, by the way. If you go out into the deep water where the sharks is, you can learn how to swim a little bit better. Oh, we're dehydrated. Let's go ahead and drink some water then. Make ourselves feel a tad better. You are probably going to end up swimming at some point in this game, so I would recommend you learn to swim. It's not like 100% required, but it's something I would consider. We could probably catch that bunny right there if we really wanted to. Bunnies have this tendency to do dumb shit, and so yeah, there it is. We beat a bunny to death with a shovel. If you pulled that off in real life, I wouldn't even be pissed off at you. I'd just be like, honestly, I'm just impressed you managed to catch the little bastard and hit him with a shovel. Alright, if you're hungry, you're hungry. You gotta eat bunny, you gotta eat bunny. The bunny, whoa, I love the bunny. I don't want my soup or my bread, just the bunny. Alright, I'm gonna throw the sapling in the fire. Oh, good. We got more agile. Fantastic. I like agility. Let me equip a weapon because it appears as though that rat is on a crash course with us. Destination us. And then while we're here, I would also like to cook some of the stuff that we have. I'm going to make some pemmican. Pemmican is essentially kind of like jerky. You make it with refuse meat and things like that, like ground up refuse meat, and it lasts a long time. It's kind of like ground beef meets something else. We've also got prepared pemmican. So... I don't think the rat is actually going to mess with us. No, my pemmican was destroyed. I think the rat is trying to chew on our fire right now. Bad rat. No chewies of fires. I don't really want to step inside his radius right now. Skills from the X menu. Z apparently gives us milestones. I don't know. I'm forgetting which key. Ah, it's spacebar. There it is. Ow. That rat actually did damage. A concerning amount of damage. Let's carve him up, though, and see if we can get dinner out of this deal. So we've got cooked tainted meat. Probably wouldn't recommend that. We'll make more pemmican. And we've actually prepared the pemmican, which is good. So there it is right there. That'll stay good for a little while. It shouldn't go bad anytime really soon. We've got leather hides. We can actually use those right there to make ourselves some leather armor later on. Right now it's not going to be really an option, but it can be done. My next recommendation would be, oh, we can cook that spider too. There we go. And so we've got a cooked spider. I'm going to eat the cooked spider because that's just the sort of Bear Grylls badass that I am. I'm also going to eat the pemmican. The downside of pemmican is it dehydrates you, so watch out for that. I don't think I need the gravel, so I'm just going to use all of the random gravel to practice my throwing and see if we can get better at this eventually. I think what happened is, like, in one of the early iterations of the game, throwing was really, really powerful, and people were using it to kill everything while kiting and whatnot, and so they just kind of nerfed it. We can use a smooth stone to make a bullet. We can do all kinds of stuff. But for now, it's time to wander. Never did no wandering. If we get really desperate, we can go down into the dungeon. But I'm willing to bet up to the north we'll probably find a stone biome that we'll be able to use for our purposes. Our HP is up to 47, which is very, very good. I like the level up system in this game. I like the way it functions. Now that we don't really have much to fear from rats and animals, I mean, it could still go badly for us. I do think there is some merit in killing them all. Like, I really do. Because I don't think they respawn anytime soon, so killing them off serves kind of an important function. We got an exceptional raw tainted meat. Cool. Oh, we have to have a fire source to make pemmican. Okay, well, I can do that later. It's not a big deal right now. And we've killed another one. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Are these fertile yet? No. Fertile means that they're already, like, reseeded and ready to go. I am carrying too much shit around with me, so let's throw you. This sandstone, I don't think doubles for anything that I really want to use it for, so I'm just going to chuck it. Oh, that's right, you automatically pick stuff back up when you walk over it. So let's drop you. Let's drop you. I just got to get my weight down at the moment. Most of it is more than likely from just random animal bits that I'm carrying around with me. They are more than likely quite heavy. It's possible to make bone poles while we're out here, but I'm interested in finding stone right now. I want to find stone very, very badly before the end of this thing. Ooh. Is that... Oh, that's seawater. I thought it might be fresh for a second. Well, there's the remnants of my fire. Ooh, if we have no stone on this island, this is going to be a real problem. Like a very, very real problem. It looks like we have a small crossing right here with an inlet. There's some of the stone that we need, but it's not much. It's not much at all. There's a cotton plant over there. That must be new. I don't think I've seen a cotton plant before playing this game. This is what we're looking for, but more of it. And unfortunately, we just don't have it. So we can turn the brains into sinew. We got animal fat. You know, I'm not sure what my best plan is right now. Let me get the shovel. Just because I gotta use a throwaway tool to do this. I don't want to use a... There we go. Now we're encumbered, which means everything is gonna cost us a little bit more effort. But we just need like a huge collection of stone right now. We're gonna craft a lot of this away. So don't worry about it too hard. Because what I'm gonna try and do... I've got these branches. I'm gonna try and turn these into something a little bit lighter in just a minute. So we can turn those into poles. How do we have... Okay. So I'm gonna say... 3 poles. And then after 3 poles, I would say that we need... So we got the 3 poles. I would say we could probably get away with... Oh, we can make a hand drill, though. Then we can make a bow drill out of that, which is way more effective at starting fires. Let's do that. So we just crafted a bow out of the string and one of the poles in our inventory, and then we'll make a hand drill. And then from there, if you've got the bow and the hand drill, you can make a bow drill, which is far more effective than the fire plow, which means that I'll probably ditch the fire plow around here somewhere. I'll probably just throw it over there to get us some weight back. But we're carrying around a lot of stone at the moment. The next thing that I'd like to do with some of this stone is I just need to make more sharp rocks for tool crafting. Don't really have much of a choice right there. I've got to make the best use of this that I can, and until I do that, we're going to be a little bit stuck. And then from there, I've got the rest of those. I'm going to make stripped bark out of the rest. There it is. We've made stripped bark, so that should be all good to go. Now we've got to decide what exactly it is that we want to do with the remaining stuff in our inventory. My suggestion would be making a shit ton of string would probably be where I would start. But it's your call. Whatever floats your boat there. We could also make a sundial, which would allow us to tell what time of the day it is if we get especially desperate. It's an option. You know, making some... how many of these sharpened we have? Okay. Well, we are a little bit overweight at the moment. I'm willing to bet we've probably got a stone biome up here somewhere. That's seawater, so I'm not going to concern myself with it right now. Sorry, I'm walking slowly at the moment because we've got a full inventory. So until I sort that out, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Ah, there's our stone biome. However, there's no water around here, and so we would want to verify where the water was at. For anybody that saw the stairs down to the south, by the way, I forgot to bring this up. There's a dungeon on the island, and so there are like those right there. Exactly my point. And so that's what you do in this game. Once you get prepared and you have yourself like a base up here, and you're all ready to ride out. I wouldn't mind making like a northern base and a southern base. I think that would be probably pretty smart so that we could adventure from both. Until we find water, though, that's not going to be an option. Let's drink our other purified water right there. That'll give us some stamina back because we are a tad low at the moment. We found the mountain biome, so that's really, really good. This is going to give us pretty much an endless supply of stone if we need it. And then from there, we'll decide what's important. Water is more than likely inland a little bit more. Oh, we found an animal skull. We can turn that into a skull cap. A literal skull cap. Hooray. Let's put that on our head. Huzzah. It gives us an extra base slashing resistance. So if you don't want to be slashed, this would be how you would manage it. It's a little fresh water right there. A fossil on the ground, just in case you're into picking up random trilobites and things of that nature. I am going to gather water right there in case I need to start a fire in a minute. I'm going to make my tinder. And then while we're over here, where's my axe at? Let me collect the things that are necessary in order for me to make some kindling. So there's our kindling, so I can start a fire in just a minute. And then I'm going to take my bow drill, sort everything out by grouping. I'm going to take my bow drill and equip that in my 4 slot for right now. Not to be confused with my aft slot, which I try to keep things out of as much as possible. We've got more water on this side, although nothing that looks like it's going to be helpful over the long term. All we've got is like little bits of water, basically puddles that I'm draining out in order to like maintain my survival. We got 5 attack right there. How's my skill doing at murder? 11.6 is my tactics at the moment, which should be enough to more than likely handle rats without any problem. Yeah, so there it is. I'm not going to harvest that one. Oh, our stamina's low. That's because it picked up a bunch of stuff when I walked over the rat. When I walked over the rat, it did a thing. Okay. I run the risk of walking myself to death right now. When your stamina is minimized, every action that you take can cause problems. Let me stoke the flames over here with what I got going on. I'm going to back up by 1, and then we're just going to rest for a little bit. Get our stamina back. Unfortunately, it looks like we started a forest fire. This is going to make Smokey very, very upset. Get some fresh water, so that at least that's another need taken care of. I can strip the sinew down for cordage. And honestly, I would say to do anything right now that gets our weight down slightly. sundial's a little weighty, but it should allow us... I was hoping the sundial would allow us to walk at a normal speed again. I got berry seeds. Okay, so I can figure out something that I want to do with that real fast after we get out of this area. Bunch of sharpened stones. The grindstone's good. Pile of ash. Probably not going to be intensely useful, but we're out of time for right now. Oh, good. That got our weight back down. Then I am going to strongly consider... Well, let's break off the episode right here. In the next episode, we're going to continue looking for a water source. A long-term water source, anyways. If we can find a long-term water source, we're going to be in really, really good shape over here. Because that means, essentially, I can just feed off of that for a little bit without having to worry too much. Basically, we're looking for, like, a little inland lake over here. And until that shows up, we're going to be stuck to the south. That is a thistle plant. I don't want to walk across that. This is Wayward. If you wanted to get the game for yourself, look down below. The game is turning out to be quite the fun little survival roguelike. I like it very, very much. And I hope that you like it too. All right? Bye, everybody. I'll see you in tomorrow's episode.